Let me ask you about the voters in. Do you believe the polls?
Well, the pollsters have had a tough time this year. In general, and look, I'm not knocking pollsters. Some are good and some aren't, just like everybody else. But they really have had a hard time and haven't been particularly accurate. I think probably for the most part that's not the fault of the pollsters. I think what you're seeing is wide swings in the electorate. It's not, you know, the thing that's so amazing about this election, the first thing is the turnout. The Democrats want changes so badly. In every state, including Florida, we've had enormous Democratic turnout. And that means people really want to change. Our turnout is doubled. In New Hampshire, for example, our turnout was up 20%. Their turnout was down 3%. So that's just extraordinary. But the other thing that really is interesting is how many undecided people there are. We have great candidates, really good people. The Republicans are undecided because they, frankly, aren't so crazy about their candidates. Our people are undecided because they love both of our candidates, and they loved all of the rest of them when they were in the race, too.
Governor, if you have a situation that looks like it might happen, who knows what's going to happen tonight? We're going to watch it all night till 4 or 5 in the morning to see what happened. But if there is a rough tie tonight, and there is a rough tie from here to the end of April when we get to Pennsylvania and all the way to the end, if you have a rough tie and Obama or Clinton win a rough tie, doesn't a team make sense? And if you don't get a team of the two of them on the ticket, doesn't that just alienate the half that lost?
Chris, it's fun to speculate on that stuff, but I'll let you all do that.
Well, you're chairman of the party. Can't you create a marriage here? Can't you say whoever loses is the VP candidate, whoever wins is the P candidate? Let's get together here.
Well,
you can do that.
If I were going to have a discussion like that, it probably wouldn't be on television. Those kinds of things, of course those kinds of discussions go on, but this is not the time for those kinds of discussions. The voters have to speak first before people like me get involved and try to put together things like that. I mean, let's listen to the voters before we, you know, on television, everybody handicaps everything. I've sort of given up watching television in between these elections because people blab and blab and blab. But the fact is, the voters, it's the voters' turn. It's not the pundits' turn. It's not the pollsters' turn. This is the voters' turn. This last month and a half and this next 2 or 3 months coming up, this is the voters' turn. It's time for us to shut up and listen to the voters. And that's what I'm going to do.
Well, that's almost true. But